They say fear haunts you, and pain hates. I say pain strengthens, and fear drives faith. And I don't know all of the outcomes, don't know what happens tomorrow.
Being a father of 2 young kids, it's a big responsibility. And I'm beginning to teach them daily tasks every single day that's going to help mold them into great individuals. My job as a father is to give them the best possibility to be successful and to be the best person they can be in their lives. As I'm doing this every day, I'm being reminded of a lot of lifelong tasks that I need to be doing in my life to be the best person that I can be. Over this past week, I was talking to my daughter, and I'm gonna do a quick gesture real quick. It's something that I do. You know, it's very quick movement. We don't pay much attention to it, but it's something that I do, but I got onto my daughter for doing it, and it reminded me of something that I need to work on. Are you guys ready? Pay attention, because you just might miss it. You see that? See what I'm doing? Let me turn the side view. I'm pointing at people. I'm pointing my finger at people. Such a small gesture has such a great impact. Oftentimes, whenever I point my finger at people, is whenever I'm wanting to point blame at someone. I want to point out some of their shortcomings. I want to point out some of their wrongdoings. I want to point and make them know that I'm pretty much judging them. Or I'm pointing to not accept responsibility for some of my actions. So maybe I've done something in my life, and this is my scapegoat. This is my way to say, no, you know what? Yeah, I might be doing that, but what are you doing in your life? You can't tell me what to do because you're not doing any better. You. I was told by someone not too long ago that whenever you point your finger at someone, you always have 3 fingers pointed back at you. Very great advice from a very wise woman. And I'm reminded of that every time that I point my finger at somebody and I go to remind them of what they're doing wrong. The Bible tells us of a story of a lady who was living her life the wrong way. She was doing things that she shouldn't have been doing, and she was brought to Jesus, and Jesus turned around and he told the people of the village that if anyone, he drew a line in the dirt and he told them, anybody that is without sin, cast the first stone. That if you are without any sin, that you can throw a stone at this lady, go ahead and do it. No one was able to do that. And the reason why that is because these people were pointing their fingers at this lady. They were reminding her of her sin. They were telling her of her wrongdoings. Even though we all sin, they wanted to make sure that everyone knew what she was doing. So they was doing this. Jesus doesn't want us to do this. He wants us to do more of this. He wants us to applaud people for what they're doing, to encourage people with our mouth, and that's what our actions should be. So as you guys go out there today, I want you to take a second before you get ready to point fingers and remind people what they're doing. Before you get to pass judgment on people or pass blame on people for what you're doing, think about it. Think about how you can turn your words around and your actions around, and you can actually impact them in a positive way. John 31 verses 34 through 35 tells us we are to love one another just as Christ has loved us. That way people can see that we're his disciples. So instead of making it a point to point out people's wrongdoing, let's make it a point to show some love. Let's make it a point to spread the word of God. Let's make it a point to be like him. Let's be his disciples. It's your boy Truth. Keep knowledge. You know what you wear. There's knowledge in your walk. Look fresh. Be blessed. See y'all next Tuesday.